Hi, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Take Charge Now. Okay, in the interest of full disclosure, I'm going to suggest this is more of an opinion piece than fact-based. But if you do follow me on social media, you do know I love a good challenge. So I was quite intrigued when I was noticing all over social media the no spend challenge, shutting down your spending, whether it was for a day, a week, a month. And to be honest with you, I almost decided to embrace it because I like the idea of shutting things down, hitting a reset button, knowing what it is you're spending your money on. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I'm not a big fan of anything that's really restrictive. To me, it felt like a crash diet. And we've all heard about crash diets. Maybe in the short term you get results, only to find in the longer term you rally back to where you were. And that doesn't always work for people. And so I started to think about this no spend challenge, and I thought, can we get back to the basics? Understand that budgets work. And I know budgets get a bad rap. People don't like them. People will say they're restrictive, but I would argue that they are simply a blueprint for your spending patterns. And so if you can, in fact, go back to the basics and understand why you may be out there mindlessly spending, or what it is you're spending your money on, and think to yourself, how could I do things a little differently? That, in fact, could result in more money in your pocket. So here's a budget blueprint. Use it very loosely. Adapt it to your lifestyle and your household. 70% of your income goes towards living expenses. It's called the 70% rule. 20% goes towards paying down debt if you have debt, and I would argue that you pay the most expensive debt first. That's the one with the highest interest rate. But if you don't have debt, tuck it aside, put it in an emergency fund in the event you need it, or your savings or your investment strategy. And believe it or not, even I like to have a little fun, and you need some fun money. I call it discretionary money. 10% goes towards that. Again, this is a blueprint. You won't know what you're spending your money on if you don't track it. So I'm a big fan going through anything new to set up a journal and jot things down. How are you feeling in that moment, and exactly how much money are you spending? When it comes to budgets, we actually have two budgets in our household right now. The one that we're following, given the scenario that we're seeing in the economy, but we also call it our doomsday budget. If the economy does stall, it's not a mild recession, we're in for a longer haul, we will change our spending patterns accordingly. But if you're going to set up a budget, you need to be realistic. Set goals that matter for you. You need to track those goals, and you need to measure them against what you think success is going to look like. I get it. This isn't for everyone, but it is for some. So my challenge to you for a month is to look at ways that you can pull back, ways that you can get back to basics, and ways that you can put a little more money back in your household pocket.